All right, y'all. So we got the incredible Mr. Hudson, Mr. Hudson, Mr. Hudson, Mr. Hudson. Oh my god, oh my god, okay. Calm down, calm down. I'm fangirling. Girl, you made 50 Cent. I mean, it's just tricky. But if you can't tell by my excitement, you got a 10. You got a 10, you got a 10, you got a 10. We're gonna get into it. I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, so boom, for comparisons, we got, let me see, we got J. Cole, we got T.I., we got David Banner, we got Twista, we got Ludacris. All right, favorite tracks, absolutely no skips. Numero uno, we got the intro. No, 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 for real. Okay, we got the theme song. We got Searching, love the cadence, love the flow, love the feature. We got Keep Pushing, so inspirational. We got Hold On. We got Bad Habits. You took us to church on that one. We got Played, and we got Get. All right, these are my favorite tracks. That's 8. 8 favorite tracks out of what? What was it? Was it 17? 1 second. It was in fact 17. So that's like half the project. Good job. All right, so boom, positive feedback. I need you to know I was reviewing the project before it even dropped. Before I ever heard a beat or a lyric, I was reviewing this project. Crazy, right? And I'm gonna tell you how. All right, so boom, we had the countdown. I absolutely love how you had a different picture for every single date of the countdown. I think you started at like, was it like 5? I don't know. I think you did like 8. I don't think you did 10, but I think you did more than 5. But every single day of the countdown, you had a different photo. It created anticipation. It was so classy. It was just so classy. I mean, it was so down to the. We ain't there yet. We ain't there yet. Classy, loved it, loved it. Okay, so the title, The Incredible Mr. Hudson. T-I-M. Hudson. Tim Hudson. Like, oh my God, that was so fucking genius. That was so genius. That was so creative. Like, I absolutely love when an artist is just like, you know what I'm saying? Intentional. Like, this was so creative and so intentional. Like, The Incredible Mr. Hudson. What a play on words. Oh my God. Him. Okay, so cover art, 10 out of 10. It was so classy. It was so sophisticated. It was so elegant. Like, this was just like, it was so professional. You know what I'm saying? This is a professional photo shoot. This ain't no AI. You know, this ain't no selfie. Look at that. You with the tie, you know what I'm saying? You got your blazer with your tie and your cigar. Like, it's just so incredible. It was truly incredible. Truly incredible. Down just the marketing. Like, we ain't got into the music yet. And it's the crazy part. We ain't got into the music yet. Like, all this is just the marketing. Like, good job. Like, I was real live taking notes like a week. It was like a week or so in advance. Project hadn't even dropped yet. And I'm just like, ooh, let me write that down. Ooh, let me write that down. Ooh, let me write that down. Like, yeah, you snap. Good job. Okay, so the reason why this project was so significant for me is because I've only ever heard about your creative and musical genius. So, you know, outside of a single here and a feature there, I've only ever kind of heard about Tricky, right? So, I was gonna do a little research and go dig up some of your old work, but then I was just like, nah, because I don't want that to kind of interfere or taint the perception that I have of the incredible Mr. Hudson, right? I didn't want my critique to be based off an old version of you or an old version of your work. So I waited. Oh, I'm so glad I did. Okay, so boom, you got 1,000,001 flows. I'm talking about 1,000,001 flows. I absolutely loved how you were switching the flow up. Sometimes on the same track, like you will go from slow to fast, like okay, Twister. That's why, yeah, I did. I compared you to Twister and Ludacris. Like, yeah, good job. Production, 10 out of 10. You had a consistent sound, and I absolutely love the fact that you had different producers. You had like 4, maybe 5 different producers on this project, and still the project smooth flow. Oh, dang! See, tongue twister. You got me tongue twisted. Okay, twister. It still flowed smoothly. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was still very consistent. There were no discrepancies. Absolutely loved it. Good job. I absolutely love the intros and the interludes. It was more like storytelling than rapping, because a lot of, well, some of the songs were just continuations of the interludes or of the intro, and I thought that was real cool. Kind of like pre-gaming before a night out, right? You know how you have you know you well, you don't know because you're a man, but ladies, we be getting ready. We have our glass of wine. We doing our makeup. We doing our hair. We pre-gaming for a night out. You know what I'm saying? Just the calm, the cool, just the sexiness of it all, and then boom, we get to the club and we turned up and we taking shots. Like that's what it was giving. It was just like the pregame before the night out. Like loved it, loved it. The features absolutely slid. You had some heavy hitters on here. They made sense, right? Okay, and this is what I mean by that. A lot of people will go get features from people just because, oh, they got a big name or they have clout, they have a following or whatever. But you actually got features from people that you as an artist are compatible with. Like you were compatible with all of your features. Like I absolutely love that. Good job. Lyricism, 10 out of 10. We're gonna get into some of the lyrics a little later. This project, it was super sophisticated, very mature. You know, you really a Facebook comedian, so you joking all the time. I kind of expected this to be like some vulgar raunchy, you know, just something. I don't know what I expected, but I don't know. Ugh, I was surprised. Loved it. All right. Very smooth, very cool, very calm, very laid back, very mag. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you did such a good job. All right, now let's get into some of the lyrics. You said, I'm a dog, I'm a big old dog. I'm not a nigga you can pick on, dog. I was like, yeah, talk your shit, nigga. Sorry. Talk your shit, Mr. Hudson. Yes, speak your piece, Tricky. Now, I absolutely love that because here's the thing. When you're so kind, when you're as kind and as genuine as you seem to be, I'll say that. I'll say as you seem to be, people be all right. People tend to try to take advantage, you know. They try to take advantage or they try to bully you or, you know, they just try to they do the most. They try to provoke you or whatever, but it's like, you know, it's kind of like the calm before the storm, or it's kind of like the quiet kid, or like Avatar, right? I'm very kind, I'm very sweet, I'm very genuine, I'm funny, and I'll make you laugh, and I'll crack some jokes. But nigga, if I got to fucking turn up and go Super Saiyan on your ass, oh, you know you done fucked up, right? Okay, you had said, seem like the more that I teach him, the dumber I get. I'ma stop trying to help a nigga. I done took too many losses when I done went right. I think I'ma go left a little. Man, that was so profound because it's like a lot of times we'll try to help somebody to the point of our own detriment. Like clearly they don't want help. Even if they need it, they don't want it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we go out of our way to try to force our help on somebody that doesn't want it, and then we end up depleting and harming ourselves. And then we mad at them when really we should be mad at ourselves because it's like they don't want it. They don't want it. Okay, you said heavy is the head. That was like, I don't know if that was an ad lib. I don't think that was the chorus. But yeah, on one of your tracks, it was like just heavy is the head, heavy is the head. And that just brought back memories because Bud, that's something that Bud used to always tell me, always remind me. He's actually the one that put me on the 48 Laws of Power. I read the 48 Laws of Power, Art of Seduction, actually right now, I'm reading The Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene, like his whole series. Bud put me onto that with the 48 Laws of Power. And okay, so this one almost made me cry a little bit. You said, people keep telling me that my music make them feel purpose. They help me realize that I'm worth it when I feel worthless. And I'm like, oh, because the thing is, music is an outlet. You know, music is like therapy for a lot of people, for the creator and for the consumer. Music is therapeutic. So for you to just kind of open up about the fact that sometimes, you know, you do be feeling down and out, and your music reaching the people and the people reaching out to you about your music touching them in a certain way, you know, that's beautiful, and that creates community, you know, and that creates a very loyal, very engaged fan base, like me. You have a new fan. Okay, last one. It's not the last one, obviously, but it's the last one that I wrote down. You said, my wish is that we get along. It's niggas over blocks that never bought a home. And it's like, man, You ain't lying. Like, bro, y'all out here fighting over property that you don't own. Ah, that's a bar. You could have slid that one in there. Yeah, but y'all out here fighting over property y'all don't even own. Fighting over land y'all ain't got an acre to y'all name, but y'all fighting over whose street this is. Like, that's so crazy. So crazy. So crazy. What's even crazier is the fact that I done reached the 10-minute mark and we still on positive feedback. You earned this. You earned this 10. You earned this 10. Okay, so I absolutely love the DTP reference on the theme song, the Disturbing the Peace with Luda in them. Kill a nigga, fuck a nigga, hell a nigga, fuck a nigga, yellow motherfucker nigga. Like, yo, I used to love me some DTP. I used to love them. And the way that you were able to keep up with that flow, with that cadence, and you know what I'm saying, that tongue twister, like, yeah. This project was very inspiring. It was very motivating. You absolutely took your time with this because, you know, greatness takes patience. I was absolutely harassing you about this project. And I am so glad that you moved on your own time because, oh, Mr. The Incredible. Okay, so the project, it was positive, it was intentional, it was high vibrational, it was a mood lifter. It was very uplifting. Like, I found myself smiling listening to this project. I found myself smiling just thinking about listening to the project. Even after because I listened to it a few times. At least twice a day. At least twice a day, I'll listen to it. Like, maybe put it on the stereo while I'm cleaning up, cooking. Listen to it in the headphones while I'm in the gym. Listen to it in the car. Like, at least 2 times a day before I record, I listen to the project. And I'm smiling the whole time I'm listening to it. And then even, like I said, when there were points where I'm getting ready to listen to it, like, yeah, okay. All right, I'm done doing everything. All right, now let me listen and take some more notes. I just smile like, I'm gonna listen to the Incredible Mr. Hudson again. Like, very uplifting. Loved it. All right, so the project was absolutely full of personality, right? It's very likable in a comedic sense. You know, like earlier, I think I stated that you kind of were a Facebook comedian, so I expected this to be a bit more immature or childish, but it wasn't. It was very mature, but it was also still comedic and full of personality, like the intro. You know, nah, for real. And the interlude, which one was it? The kid, like the fuck kid, like this. This was just so dope. This was so dope. Okay, Slim Pusha, that feature, that man is smooth. I did not know that man was that smooth. Like, so kind of the same with Slim as I said with you, which I know this is your review. I'm sorry, but you put him on here, so we got to talk about it. I never really just heard his music. I've always heard of him, kind of a old folk tale, like a legend. But that man smooth. That man is smooth. Okay, so I absolutely love the ad-libs and the background vocals on the project. More specifically and especially on Shake. I really love the ad-libs and the background vocals on Shake. But throughout the whole project, the ad-libs, the vocals, immaculate. Okay, so before we get into the critique, I do want to say a lot of people tend to chalk certain artists' success up to like popularity and favoritism. But listening to this project and listening to a lot of y'all's music, like, I see why. I see why a lot of y'all are so popular and why you're fan favorites. Like, you earned that. You earned that. You earned that. Like, I've been walking around the house for the past 4 days, just like, Mr. The Incredible. Like, you earned that. You earned it. All right, constructive criticism. I didn't like how Gang ended, like the track Gang. I didn't really like how that ended. It was just like this super abrupt stop. It almost sounded like it was incomplete. The verse and the beat. It was like, the song ended just kind of weird and abruptly, and then the beat turned around and ended the same way. I didn't like how Gang ended at all. That's it. That's literally it. That's the only critique I had. I did not like how Gang ended. That's it. This whole project, or this whole review, was just positive feedback. Like, man, good job. 10 out of 10. Yet again. Which means, guess what that means? You get a project review package that comes with a custom beat, from Where You At Kill, which you already locked in with Kill, so that might not make a difference, but you get a magazine cover. And you get, I'm gonna make a TikTok to one of your songs. My favorite song. Yeah. Good job. Also, you mentioned like an album release party. Listen, if you do, I'm telling you right now, I 10 by 10 out of 10. See what I did there? I 10 by 10 out of 10. Just give me a week and a half too. Just give me a little time to get my affairs in order. I 10 by 10. You understand me? Good job. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Mr. Hudson. Mr. Hudson. The incredible Mr. Hudson.